Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy or whatever it was saying on there. Let's go to live chat. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by community guidelines. Thank you very much. All right. All right, all right, all right. I'm just going to let it roll. I haven't had breakfast, so I'm going to make me some breakfast. But I just want to start off by saying good morning, everybody. It's morning here in Las Vegas, about 9:36 in the a.m. So wherever you're at, it might be lunchtime. It might be dinner. It might be tomorrow. I don't know. But thanks for coming by. Looks like we got one person in here. Looks like. I don't know if I see in the chat or not. But thanks for being here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button for me. Thanks to all the new subscribers. We're up to 1,210 subscribers. That's pretty awesome. So I appreciate that. Hey, it's the person hit the thumbs up. Thank you. I'm still getting over this one hell of a doozy of a cold or a flu or whatever the hell it is. I really started getting sick on Thanksgiving Day. And that is, how long has that been now? Like 12 days or something? Hey, there's Jolie. How you doing? Good to see you. I'm still getting over this damn cold. Man, it's like it just won't go away. Well, I do feel better. In the last couple nights, I've actually went out driving. I don't think I'm contagious. I took a dose of Dayquil or whatever before our driving, so that I could get through 4 hours without coughing. And it's kind of funny. Actually, I didn't even drive 4 hours last night. I only drove 3 hours and 14 minutes. And right on my very last ride, I had a coughing fit like crazy. And I feel bad because I don't want the passengers to think that I'm going to get them sick or something. I don't think, like I said, I think I'm way past the being contagious. And I've been sick now for like whatever, how many days it's been since Thanksgiving, right? So that's was 7 was last Thursday, and you got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So about 12 days now, I think I've been sick. So it sucks. Here I am coughing again, but it really sucks. I hate being sick. Fortunately, I don't seem to get sick very often, but I guess when I do, it's a doozy. Okay, so I'm going to be off camera for a minute here. Like I said, I'm going to make some. I guess I'll just make some bacon and eggs for breakfast. So I'm going to be just over here off camera for a little bit. That's probably the best part of the show. Best part of the live stream is probably when I'm off camera. So enjoy it while you can, because I could pop in at any time, and then there you go, and then you're stuck with me. So yeah, it's Tuesday, and I thought, well, it's Tuesday, I should probably, do a live stream. And it might just be me and Jolie. I don't know. It might just be me and you, Jolie, over here on the live stream. We got all those subscribers. You think they would watch? Do you think they would watch a live stream? Just to pop in, say hi, give me a thumbs up. What's up with that, man? I've seen worse live streams, I think. Where else can you watch a guy, cook some bacon? I guess I could point the camera down a little ways. I think this is about as. Oh, this goes up a little bit further. Let's see here. This stand's a little wobbly. Julie said, I've been putting my Christmas tree for 5 days now. It used to take me 1 day. It's hell getting old. True that. That is so true. Yeah. I know. It's funny. I don't have any decorations up or anything. I don't know if I'm going to even bother. I know. I talk about the storage facility in California, and I know I've got a bunch of decorations and stuff in there. So I hate to buy anything. I was hoping maybe sometime this month. I was hoping maybe to get it back over to California and get that stuff out of there, out of that storage, and bring it over here. That's why, I broke down and I bought the one pot, the one pan. And in storage, I've got, pots and pans and all that kind of shit. I was tempted last night. I think I was at Target. I get a whole set of pots and pans for like $25 or something. But then I'm like, if I do that, and then in a few weeks, I go get all this stuff from storage, and I'll have another whole set of pots and pans. So I don't want to duplicate everything. I do not want to do that. I am not want to do it. So, there's that issue. Here's another issue. I bought another loaf of bread because I have these 2 loaves of bread. All they have are the heels. And I really don't feel like eating the heels. So I guess I'll just throw them away. I know some people that go to the park and they feed the ducks or whatever. I'm not a going to the park feeding the duck kind of guy. So I think I'm just going to toss them. Because I don't feel like eating the heel. You know what I mean? I'm just not into the heel. I'll eat the heel if that's all I got. If that's all that's left. Although toasted, the heel's not bad, but anyhow, I just feel like throwing it away. Just wait for this pan to heat up. And I'll start frying me some bacon. Do some bacon here. All right. We got 2 people in there watching, but only 1 thumbs up. So make sure you hit the thumb up for me. The thumbs up. I guess Hal Sparks is going to be off all day today. It'd be nice if I had my setup going. I would blatantly, shamelessly just rip off Hal Sparks' style, and I would just run clips, and I would make jokes about them. But until then, it's just me cooking breakfast and sipping some orange juice. Tastes good, though. I love me some orange juice in the morning. Orange juice is I like it probably better than coffee in the morning, I'm an orange juice guy. Especially when you're sick, it tastes good. Like it feels good going down your throat. I feel like the vitamin C helps too. So there's my orange juice. Let's see. I think this pan is hot enough to start putting the bacon on here. Oh yeah. that sizzle? That's a nice sizzle. Gotta love the sizzle. I used to love hearing that when I was a kid. If my mom was making breakfast and you heard the sizzle, you're like, oh yeah, it's gonna be bacon for breakfast. Bacon for breakfast this morning. Oh yeah. So what's been going on? With everybody. I'm just gonna, keep live streaming, even if it's just 2 people watching. I don't care. This is how I roll. Maybe some more people will come on, and they can watch me eat my bacon. We're gonna be eating some bacon here pretty soon. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I guess I'll just fry up them eggs. Oh man, this stupid cough. It's kind of weird, like, I don't know, I thought I was getting better or not. I kind of feel worse today, I don't know. I was thinking maybe, I wonder if I should go to the doctor. I mean, it's been, how many days has it been? 12 days? Maybe after a certain amount of time, maybe you should go to the doctor, or maybe, I don't know. But I think it's just a cold. I think it's getting better, so. Maybe I won't go to the doctor. Doctor! He said, well, put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up. Call me in the morning. Doctor! I said, put the lime in the coconut. Drink it all up. Call me in the morning. It's not lime in the coconut, but it's orange juice. See how that goes. We shall see how it goes. Joe says it could be bronchitis, which require antibiotics. Should probably get checked out. Yeah, I've had bronchitis before. It could be, I guess. I used to get, I guess it was bronchitis. I used to get that all the time when I worked for the Postal Service from breathing breathing in all the dust, because it was very dusty in automation, milk processing. You're running, literally millions of pieces of mail every night through machines, and there would be this fine dust. You could see it filtering through the lights. And we should have been masking up. Sometimes we would mask up, but not enough. And I would get bronchitis. And at first I thought it was a flu, because it was like a really bad flu. I just thought I had the flu. And then finally I started going to the doctor for it, and they're like, no, you have bronchitis. And then they would prescribe antibiotics. And it would still take like 10 days to go away or whatever. But I really don't think I've had bronchitis since my postal days, and that's been a long time ago. That was I haven't worked there since 1998. So that's God. How many years is that? God, so time flies. So that's what, 25 years ago. God, has it been that long since I worked for the Postal Service? My God. I worked for the Postal Service. I worked there for 12 years. And it's been 25 years since then. Crazy, crazy, crazy how time flies, huh? I must be having so much fun because time is flying by. Just fun, fun, fun. It's just too much fun. But maybe I should get checked out. I don't know. Because it's almost like the symptoms, at least the way I felt, like the symptoms, it felt like the same as a flu, like a bad flu. And I was having like these flu-like symptoms, besides all this stupid coughing that I'm doing all of a sudden. I might take some Dayquil here in a minute. But I was having like chills, and I was sort of clammy and sweaty and kind of feverish, and then the cough, all that stuff. Hey, Adam Mustache, thanks for being by. We're just talking about my fun sickness, about the sickness. And I'm cooking breakfast. Bacon and eggs, my specialty, I guess. Because that's about all I know how to do. I mean, I can make pancakes, but I don't, I want like a nice griddle, if I'm going to do that. And I know how to make French toast. But again, I might have a nice griddle for that. Scrambled eggs, fried eggs, omelets. I can make all those type of things. Things of this nature. That's about it, though. Hey, we got 4 watching. 2 thumbs ups. Make sure you hit the thumbs up for me. Let's go a perfect 4 for 4 on those thumbs ups. Hey, Jeremy. Hey, just sitting down to what? Perfect scrambled eggs. I can make pretty good scrambled eggs. I put a little dash of milk and then stir them all up. I usually cook them in butter or some leftover bacon grease, but butter's better. And I usually put a little cheese in there, make them a little cheesy. And they come out usually pretty good, I would say. Julie says hi at Hedge Enemy. Hedge enemy. I think the bacon is just about done here, looks like. So, I'm going to put the bacon over here onto paper towel. Let the paper towel soak up some of that grease. And we'll just kind of cover that up. I'm gonna go ahead and pour some of this bacon grease into this old soup can. But I'm gonna keep some grease in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'll just have 2 eggs. I think 2's enough. Oh no. Oh, I made a mess. I broke the yolk. Oh my gosh. Just talking about what a great egg cooker I am, right? And I broke the yolk. That's a foul. That's an egg cooking foul. And I also spilled some yolk onto the floor. Just making a big old mess. And I got some cleaning up I gotta do. I'm trying to scoop this egg over so I can make room. I totally screwed this up. Totally screwed it up. Must be the pressure of being on camera. There's too much pressure. I can't handle the pressure. Well, egg number 2 looks pretty good. If I didn't say so myself. Not sure what that was. It was coming out of my mouth. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Okay. Get a little coffee going here. Oh, yeah. I made a mess on the floor. And I'm not happy about it. I am not happy about it at all. Not at all. Because now I've got to get out some cleaning devices. It's called a mop. I believe it's called a mop. And I have to mop up this floor. So there will be egg yolk nevermore on the floor. But I'll do that later. I'll do that after I've eaten righty then. All right. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Well, here's my breakfast. I'll go over here. Need to wipe that up, man. I gotta wipe up that mess. I gotta do it right now. I don't know. I want to eat first, though. So here's my coffee. Let's get a little bit of coffee going. Let's see here. Do I have a fork? I need to get a fork. Don't tell me I'm all out of forks. How could I be? Oh, there's one. Found me a fork. Fork in the road, so to speak. All right then. All righty. Making me some instant coffee because I want to use it up before I buy some of this. So there's that. There's that reasoning. And add a little French vanilla. And it'll be good as all get out. I suppose. I reckon it'll be good. All right then. Let's see if it's any good. That's all right. It's all right. A bit better. I'd say I've had better, I'd say. Hey, I'm over here. I'm over here. Let's just go ahead and, I don't know, maybe I'll just set that right there. Hopefully it won't fall down there. Hey, Andrea. Hi. Hello, Andrea. I'm just sitting down to some breakfast. Over here. I got my TV tray. And voila. So at least I haven't really lost my, well, I did kind of lose my appetite a little bit. But I wasn't like, I never did get like, like nauseous or anything like that. I kind of just didn't feel like eating too much because I just didn't feel like, cooking or going out. I literally, for the last 12 days, well, the last 2 nights I went out driving for a few hours. And other than that, I've been pretty much just in here. I mean, finally, the last few days, like a couple days, I went out to eat at a couple of restaurants. But really, I mean, for the last like 12 days, I've pretty much just been in this room here. And really just kind of this kind of sleepy and tired, just wanting to rest, you know. But I'm feeling better, but I still feel sick. So hopefully it'll be done pretty soon. I don't know. How are you guys? You guys sick too? Anybody else sick? Is there a bunch of cold and flu stuff going on? You know, I guess this is cold and flu season, right? Well, this one egg came out pretty good. I'm eating the egg that I didn't break the yolk. So what's going on today? Anything special going on today? Andrea was sick 2 weeks ago. I've been sick for almost 2 weeks. I guess I should go, like Jolie was saying, maybe I should have it checked out. But I really do think I'm on the tail end of this though. So at this point, I guess I'll just, ride it out. Unless I take a sudden turn for the worst. But anyhow, it is December already. It's going to be Christmas time pretty soon. Some of my neighbors here in the courtyard have put little Christmas lights around their windows. I was thinking I should probably buy like I said, in my storage unit I've got like shitloads of Christmas lights and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get there before Christmas. Maybe I'll buy a set of string lights and put it around my window, just to be festive, just so I don't look like the Grinch. Well, the egg with the broken yolk, it's not how I like it. It just, because it's not runny. I like a runny yolk, like over medium. But since this yolk broke, then the yolk just kind of cooked up. I might just run this live stream all day. It'll just be me sleeping. No, I'm just kidding. Because I think I am going to go back to sleep. I'm kind of tired. After a while, I think I will lay down, but I'm probably going to drive today too, if I feel all right. I had to drive though because you have to have 30 trips a week, which usually is no problem. I usually do that in a couple days or whatever. And today's Tuesday, so today's the day where the car automatically, they'll automatically, you know, re-rent it or whatever. I don't know. And but if you don't have 30 trips in from the last time, then they won't. It doesn't get renewed, and that would be a real hassle because then I'd have to go. I take the car in, and then I don't know, or I don't know if I could just call them up and say, you know, well, I guess without the 30 rentals, I can't get it. So I'd have to take the car in, and then I'd have to kind of like probably have to make another appointment and kind of like start over, I guess. It'd be a real hassle. So that's why I made sure these last 2 nights to go get some trips in. And so I got over 30. I just hope that it all gets counted right, you know, whatever. You know, like when you cut things that close, I'm always afraid that something will go wrong, you know. So I don't need to deal with that. But once I get the 30 trips in, it should renew automatically today. I mean, I do have the 30 trips. I'm going to put this up here. It's always easier to see the chat on the other, on the iPad. And there it is. There I am. I can see now. I can see the whole chat. So yeah, I didn't see. Missed a lot of the chat. Let's see. Jolie was saying that orange juice gives her a stomach ache, too acidic. Yeah, I've heard that for some people, but not for me. Jolie says bacon is simply the best food on the planet. Yeah. Here we go. Jolie says Benny is live right now. Jolie says could be bronchitis. Oh yeah, because I read that one. That's how far behind I was, I guess. Jolie says she used to get bronchitis all the time too, every winter, but I haven't had it for years now, knock on wood. I didn't take a COVID test. I mean, I've had every booster. I just had a booster like a month ago. The latest one. I mean, I guess you could still get COVID, but I just figure I should be protected against that. Adam West says, hope you're okay down with the sickness. Hey, Jenny says, just sitting down. Oh, yeah, I read that one. Perfect scrambled eggs. Hey, Jimmy says, nice big boy cereal you got there. Well, My favorites actually are Lucky Charms, and I don't have Lucky Charms. I need to get some Lucky Charms. Andrea says, Trucker John, how you liking your new apartment? It's all right. It's cheap. That's the main thing. It's just cheap, and I'm just living cheap for a while, saving up money. But I am liking it. I am liking it. It is like a really big adjustment for me because I was for so long in the truck and basically living in hotels in the truck for almost 10 years doing that. Janemy says, I had the crud last week and I'd lose my appetite in the middle of a meal. That's kind of weird, huh? Adam West says, my mental health is not going well. Oh, that's sorry to hear that, Adam. Hope you can turn that around. And Jolie says hers isn't either. Well, both of you guys, come on now. Hope you guys are, gonna be okay. Jolie says my daughter's boyfriend is sick, and so is my mom. Stuff is definitely going around. Yeah, hugs to you guys. Adam says 30 trips. My new teeth done. Oh, nice. Adam Wester says your new chompers look great. And Andrew says, thank you, Adam. They are temporary. Get implants on the 21st. That's what I want to do. I want to get implants. Adam says, I know others with bronchitis right now. Oh, well, back to the bronchitis. Adam says, Andrea, it's a good preview then, huh? Andrea says, yes. And, oh, there's Melissa Jane. Hello, Melissa Jane. She's like, why are you talking that way? I love the Advent calendar, I got to say. Loving the chocolates. It's been a whole year already. I can't keep that up. Keep them coming. Always loving the Advent calendar. Thanks for stopping by. Is it December 6th there where you're at? Andrea said it had 3 root canals and then temporaries, then implants. Now, you don't have to tell me how much that cost. But I've been looking into it here. And for me to do like a whole full set or whatever, I think it's like 30 grand, 25 to 30 grand or something like that. Andrea says 4K. Wow. Wow, that's excellent. That's an excellent price. That's cheaper than Mexico. Because I was looking at going to other countries. Like there was Thailand and Philippines. But then even Mexico was just, I could just drive to Mexico. They have a quote for like 6 grand in Mexico. So I was thinking, well, I'll just go to Mexico. With insurance, 4K with insurance. That's that's why I need to see. I'm not sure if my insurance covers that, but I haven't really checked with them. So, Melissa Jane says, I'm just about to have I shouldn't try. I shouldn't try to do an accent. Sorry, Melissa. I'm just set about to have breakfast and film my next couple of Advent calendar shorts. Awesome. Mr. And yes, it's the 6th. I upload them on US time. Oh, okay. Cool. Andrea says, one of my patients went to Mexico to get her teeth done a lot cheaper. So I guess there's like the 4-on-4, there's the 8-on-8. You can get implant bridges. So there's all different types of things. I think if I did the whole thing in Mexico, it was $6,000. West, hey Wes, thanks for being here. Wes says new implant when finished will be close to $5K. No insurance, but that would have only saved about 10%. Is that for one tooth, Wes? Because I've never seen 5K in the United States of America. If we're talking about a whole set. Because usually just one tooth is like almost $2,000 or something. Yeah, one tooth. Okay, see. And you can go to Mexico and get a whole new set for $6,000. But if my insurance covered it, like Andrea's covers hers, then I would probably just stay and do it here, I guess. Yes, dental implants, Wes. We're talking implants, dental, not breast. I don't need those. So that's what I'm saving my money up for. Living cheap. Saving up my money. Maybe by next Christmas, I'll have a new set of a new set of choppers, as someone referred to them as in the chat previously. Melissa Jane, what are you having for breakfast? I just had bacon and eggs and toast and coffee and orange juice. What do you guys have down here in Australia? Do you guys have bacon and eggs? Is that like a common thing, or do you have like kangaroo and eggs, ostrich eggs maybe? Oh. Adam Wish says, "Holy crap, that is expensive." Mm-hmm. They ain't cheap. So you can take care of your G's, take care of them. If you can, I guess it's cheaper to do that way, but babe. Wes says, I roasted turkey thighs with peas and rice for breakfast. We're talking breakfast now, Wes. Melissa Jane said she was having breakfast in Australia, and I was just wondering, in Australia, is it similar to America with, like, bacon and eggs is pretty common breakfast, and pancakes and French toast and waffles. That's your basic breakfast, oatmeal, I guess, right? Well, it says lunch is 12:36. I didn't eat breakfast. It is nighttime in Australia. Well, I don't know. She said she was eating breakfast, so I can't control when people eat their breakfast. I've had breakfast many, many times in the late afternoon. Myself. Adam says 8:26 here and zero appetite yet again. It's only. Are you in Hawaii? I thought it was like 5 hours difference or something from Pacific time. Are we in some sort of weird time loop? Adam says, not sure what up with my body. I think it's telling me something. Yeah, you're in Hawaii. It's only 2 hours earlier. I could have sworn Hawaii was like 5 hours earlier than Pacific time. I guess not. I guess I was wrong. Adam says we don't have daylight savings, so it goes from 3 to 2. So it's only 3 hours during, at the most? I could have sworn it was longer than that for some reason. Maybe I'm thinking of the 5-hour flight, but I think it's actually longer than 5 hours, isn't it? I only flew there once from LA. I forget how long the flight was. It was kind of long, Well, it says 5:27 in Melbourne. I guess people eat breakfast that early. Yeah, because they get up. It's 5 hours earlier than me, 1:30 here. Yeah, well, that makes sense, but I thought from California to Hawaii, I thought it was more than 3 hours. Adam said, yep, 3 hours during spring. Flight about 4 hours to California. It was only 4 hours? It seemed like it seemed like it was like 6 hours, but I guess 4, if you say so. I said I only did the one flight, and that was like 30 years ago. That was actually over 30. That was like 34 years ago, I think. Yeah. And it says could be haven't done that many years. I think we flew. Was it United? I don't know. It was nice. I liked it. We just went to Oahu and pretty much explored the whole island. We rented one of those little Suzuki Samurais one day, and we drove the complete circumference of the island in one day. We stopped at a few places along the way. Went hiking in these trails that went back to these waterfalls. It was really cool. And then, like there was this big waterfall, and then there's like a big pool, and you could you jump in, and then you could swim behind the waterfall. It was like really neat. I really liked Oahu. I know people say, "Oh, Oahu's like all commercialized and everything," but whatever. I like it. It was fun. And that was 34 years ago. It might be worse now, I don't know. I mean, not worse, like I didn't think it was that bad. But that is like the most, I think populated island, right? West Coast took my dad on a Hawaiian cruise right after my mom died. Wow, that must be a long cruise. I'd rather just fly and just get there. I've never really done a cruise, but cruises don't really excite me. I mean, the idea of it, you know. Julie says, I haven't been to Hawaii, but I've been to Jamaica, man. Well, says Hawaii was one of her favorite places. They were going to be missionaries there until mom got pregnant. Oh, and you can't be I guess you can't be a missionary then. Adam says, I've been to paradise, but I've never been to me. '70s song. I'm not familiar. Wes says the cruise was 8 nights. It was nice going to all the islands without having to pack. Adam says lots of missionaries here. I don't think I could stand 8 nights on a boat, man. I'm just not a boat person. When we were there in Hawaii, we did this boat. It's like a big ship kind of cruise. I guess it was like a dinner cruise. So you board the ship, and then it goes out, you know, I guess a few miles out to sea or whatever, and then it just sort of goes up along the coast of Oahu. So you see all the city lights of Oahu. It's really pretty view, and they have dinner on the ship. And it's not like I don't get really seasick. I'm not like a seasick person, but I didn't really enjoy the way you could feel like the waves of the thing, and it was a little unsettling. Maybe, I don't know. I guess if you were on it for 8 days, like you get used to it. Maybe, but I didn't like it. Wes says we were only on the boat at night. It was like a floating hotel. One rough night. Yeah, I guess it could be fun. I've heard, some of the ships, they look fun with the activities that they have and everything. We were there for our honeymoon. We had a nice room, like right on the beach. The hotel was right on the beach, so you could just walk out the lobby. A lot of those lobbies are just open air. They don't even have doors. It's like it just goes right to the beach. It was nice. I really like the snorkeling. We did snorkeling. And then you buy these old tubes of fish food. And you go under the water. And you kind of squeeze a little bit out, and the fish come right up, and they just eat the food. It was kind of fun. And since cruise ships are very mild for boating, huge and stabilized, not hard to be on. Well, Adam says, I'm used to canoes paddling on small boats. Jolie says, I went to a huge marijuana field in Jamaica. It's illegal there. So this is way out in the middle of a sugarcane field. The adult plants were as tall as me. It was awesome. Wow. Were you in danger of being arrested or anything like that? That'd be scary. Wouldn't want to get arrested in a foreign country. Jamaica, man. So I put my green screen in the other room. I didn't want to have it in the background and then take a chance of someone, doing something. Well, that was an all right breakfast. Just making sure I shut off the pan, but I did. Might have to make me another cup of coffee though. Oh man, this tastes good though. What else is going on around the world? I didn't mean to flip you guys off just now. I scratched my forehead and then I noticed I was using my middle finger. That was not intentional. Andrea says, oh wow. Is that about the marijuana plant that was as tall as Jolie? See, I'm not really in the pot, so well, this is Jolie who's short. I'm not really into weed, so that doesn't really excite me. Sorry. I did my little weed smoking thing a few weeks ago, right? I did it on the live stream, and I didn't like it. I did not like the feeling. I definitely need to get my stuff out of storage because I need to vacuum. I'm sure I'm making a mess with little crumbs and stuff. And I have a vacuum cleaner in storage. I need to go down there and empty that damn storage shed out. You know, because I keep seeing, every time I go to the store or to like Target or something, I see the, the vacuum cleaners. I'm like, I'm so tempted just to go ahead and buy one. But then, like I said, I want to just duplicate everything. What says a highlight of your career, laughing out loud. Adam says, I've heard of plants like that here. I've never been good at growing it. Julie says, the locals said they don't generally arrest tourists for anything weed related. Plus, it wasn't my field of weed, so I figured it would be fine. We did, however, manage to smoke 3 ounces of weed in 2 weeks. Well, it's like you're there and it's there and you like it. So you might as well, when in Rome or whatever. Oh, yeah. I want to make some more coffee. It's coffee time. Coffee time. Yeah, that's right. It's coffee time. Coffee time. Coffee time. Hey everybody, it's coffee time. I'm gonna have another cup of coffee. Why not? Why the hell not? Let's get everything ready here. I'm gonna do some quick dishes, if you guys don't mind. You don't see this on House Parks, though, right? You never see this type of fun entertainment of washing dishes. Actually, I'm just washing plastic spoons. People will say, "What? That's stupid. Why don't you just throw it away?" And I'm like, I don't know. I just want to use them, I guess, a few times. I mean, I could just throw them away. I got a ton of it. But I do got to wash the pan. Just bear with me. I gotta wash it. I really don't like leaving things dirty, you know, for too long. I really gotta clean it out. Let's clean all that. There's that. Let me get one of these over here. I gotta clean it. At least I'm gonna just wipe this for now, and then I'm gonna get the mop out later, but I gotta at least wipe this up. I dripped yolk. When I was throwing away the eggshell, I dripped yolk over it. Like an idiot. Like a real darned idiot. I just want to wipe this down real quick. Keep everything nice and clean. Just do it as you do it. That way it doesn't build up. All right. Let's go ahead and do the coffee. Put a little dash of the crema. In there, and there you go. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, then. Here we are. Okay. I'm about to switch glasses. As I am wont to do. Okay. Okay. All right, so how you guys doing? I had to go get me some coffee. Cup number 2. All right, and I know people hate the slurping. I apologize. I know it probably sounds, gross or whatever, but that's just the way it goes. Especially when it's, hot right now. It's fresh out of the thing. So I'm gonna slurp a little bit. I do apologize though, if that bugs you. Okay, now. So what's going on in the world? What have I missed? In the chat while I was over there. Jolie says I'm 5'4", not that short. Is that short? For a woman, 5'4" might be below average. But maybe not. That might be about average. I don't know, I was thinking maybe like average, it might be like 5'7", maybe, nowadays. I don't know. But, Wes says height is relative. Andrea says, just made raspberry tea. Are you wearing a raspberry beret also? Because it would be a good match. It would pair well. Like raspberry beret as you drink your raspberry tea. Adam West says, I'm 5'10", so Jolie is close to my height. Well, that's 6 inches. That's kind of not close, I would say. But anyhow, West says, half a foot. Hemp grows wild all over southern Illinois. Low THC, but it is very tall. So, you got that going for you. West says, hemp is grown in temperate zones at an annual cultivated let me reread that. This is from Wes. Hemp is grown in temperate zones as an annual cultivated from seed. That's poor sentence structure. Sorry, Wes. And could reach a height of up to 5 meters. Meters, which is apparently 16 feet. That's tall. Now that is tall. If you were 16 feet, that would be tall. Jolie says, had to take a bus from Montego Bay to Negril. We're the last ones on the bus, and the driver assumed we wanted weed because of how we were dressed. He was right. Then introduced us to other locals. Wes says the tallest plant on record was 24 feet. Adam West says, I don't like having plastic in my food, so I generally only use plastic utensils once. Okay, I don't, it's still there, right? Whether you use it once or not. Andrew says, laughing out loud, nope, we don't. Wes says, I rinse them off and put them in the dishwasher. I don't know if my plastic utensils are dishwasher safe, but I don't even have a dishwasher anyhow. Andrea says, on House Sparks. Oh yeah, you don't, that's right. I was talking about, you don't see that on House Sparks. That's for sure. Adam says, only Trucker John brings dishwashing to the show. That's right. You want to watch dishwashing? You're not going to get that anywhere else but right here at Trucker John live stream. Dishwashing. Jolie says, so we spent 2 weeks partying with the locals, and that's how we ended up getting a trip to the marijuana field. They were tall and fat with massive buds. Could smell it the entire way into the field. So apparently the sugar cane didn't really hide it that much or whatever. Wes says, looks like you've gotten used to your refrigerator. Oh yeah, I've got it down. It's down pat, man. You just gotta get I gotta get my fat ass all the way to the wall and to the back as far as I can. And I can open it and just barely brushes across my belly. But yeah, I got it down. Jolie says, my oldest daughter is 5 feet. That's short. Yeah, that's short. Andrew says, laughing out loud, raspberry beret. Wes says, I didn't write it. An annual is a plant you plant every year. I know that. Andrew says, I'm 5 foot. Oh. Well, Andrea, you're short too. But that's fine. Absolutely. I think it's absolutely fine to be 5 feet tall. Adam says, I sure could use a fridge. LOL. So Adam doesn't even have a fridge, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not going to bitch about how my fridge is a weird spot. You don't have a fridge, but you have beautiful scenery, hopefully. I don't know. Wes says, that why they call girls shorties? Mm-hmm. Yep. That is why they do that. Because they short. Wes says, you should see the view from his picture window. Have you seen the view, Wes? Is there some website we can go to? Hey, Suzanne Forciape. She says, hi there, everyone. Hi there, Suzanne. Thanks for stopping by. Right now, we're just having coffee and chatting. I've already eaten breakfast. I made me some breakfast, and I ate it right in full view of everyone. I wasn't even ashamed. And now I'm slurping coffee. So hopefully everybody can, like Andrea's got her raspberry tea. So hopefully everyone is having a nice beverage of their choice. And we can have a little coffee or tea or, some type of drink break together. Adam Wesha says, you can see my muddy pond and the sugar cane. You got sugar cane? Wes says, why, yes, I have. ... Well, look at you. Jolie says, hi, Suzanne. And Andrea says, hi, Suzanne. And Wes says, hi, Suzanne. No, he didn't say hi, Suzanne. I guess Wes doesn't like Suzanne. I'm just kidding. Adam gets more photos of my yard than he ever wanted. Oh, so you guys are exchanging photos of your yards. How do I rate? I don't get any photos of the yards. Wes says, Adam lives in paradise. Suzanne Forciapi says, I'll eat leftovers spaghettis. Oh, I love leftover spaghetti. Don't get me started on the leftover spaghetti. I'll eat leftover spaghetti all day long. Wes says, hi, Suzanne. Oh, there you go. Now he's finally, I think I guilted him into that, but hey, better late than never, right? Wes says, we are both composters. As long as you're not posers. I don't even know what that means. Tell the truth. Jolie says, I love eating leftover spaghetti sandwiches. Oh, yeah, I've done that. Wes says, I always make too much pasta. I think he said it in that kind of an accent too. Once you start talking about pasta, you gotta get, you get a little bit of Italian accent going, right? I make the pasta. And you gotta do some hand gestures. Suzanne says, always good to see you guys. And it's always good to see you. Thanks for being in the chat. And Wes says, of course I did. Yes. I can just see Wes right now. So I heat up the pasta. Wes says, what's the weather like down there, Suzanne? And now he's got question marks. Suzanne, I know I've asked you where you're from. Are you in Texas? I forget. I forgive me. I forget where you're from. Because if we're gonna get like a weather report, I want to know like where you're at. So I forget if you were Florida or Texas or. Suzanne says it's 65, mostly cloudy. You could be in Las Vegas right now because I think that's what it is here in Vegas. Right now in Vegas, it's 64 degrees, but I don't think it's real cloudy. It might be sunny out. I've got my shades open on crack. I don't like them too much. I don't want people looking in here, directly at me, like I'm just in a fishbowl for them to look at and gaze upon. So I just crack the. It's just a little sunlight in here. It looks like there's sun, and it's a courtyard, so it's kind of weird. Suzanne, to me, it's beautiful. Suzanne, where are you from? I forget. Just general. You don't have to give me your address. Just general area. Like what state are you in? And Adam says, "Oh yeah, I hate that too. Feeling like a fishbowl." Wes says 71 in Port Isabel. Wish I was there. Oh yeah, Texas. I did say Texas, so I was right. I didn't forget. So Texas is a little cool today. Well, we are in December, so we're gonna get some cooler temperatures. Port Isabel. Where is Port Isabel, Wes? Is that in Texas? I don't know. Adam says, the name of our first jail cell was the fishbowl due to the gigantic row of windows. I don't know if you want to get into that, Adam. But I don't know if you ever mentioned what happened. Or... It's entirely up to you. You don't have to go into it, but you're out now, right? I think you're out, right? You're good. Everything good, or better, hopefully. Wes says down at the bottom. At the bottom of Texas. Port Isabel. Is that down by Corpus Christi? Suzanne says, South Texas, Corpus Christi. Hey, that's what I just said. I just said Corpus Christi. See there? I know some stuff about stuff. Adam Lister says, basically, I let bad neighbors get to me. I'm doing okay. A little physically and mentally damaged, but alive. Well, okay. I hope the damage isn't too severe and that you're on the mend, both physically and mentally. I don't know what the thing is with the neighbors. I remember you were talking about you had crazy neighbors. I don't know. So, I don't know. Hopefully that wasn't too crazy of a thing. I mean, I guess you got thrown in jail, so it must have been kind of crazy. But apparently you didn't murder anybody because I guess you're out, right? So that's good, I guess, right? Wes says, yes, Padre Island D. Oh, no. That's just a typo with the separation there. Wes says, Corpus Christi is North Padre Island. Isabel is South Padre. It is sort of like paradise. But I bet you it's extremely humid in the summertime, and I hate humidity. Suzanne Frisepi, although I guess you could say Hawaii is humid, but it felt nice there because the temperatures never, when I was there, I don't think it ever got over 80 degrees. And there would always be like a nice light rain almost every day in the afternoon for like 15 or 20 minutes, and it was really delightful. And so I loved Hawaii. I don't know. I don't know what the humidity is in Hawaii, but it's very nice and tropical and beautiful. Yeah, I think Hawaii is paradise. But down in Texas, I've been down in the Gulf regions of Texas, and it is fucking horrible in the summertime. Suzanne says, Adam Westish, aloha brother, you mean nosy neighbor? West says, I only go there in the winter, and that's probably a good idea because the whole Gulf, whether it's Texas, Louisiana, fucking Alabama, fucking Florida, fuck that shit, man. I'm sorry, all you guys that live there, I don't mean to shit on where you live, but I could not live there. It's just too goddamn humid. Wes says, my house is paradise enough in the summer. In the summertime. Pardon me. Now I'm starting to get kind of like a runny nose, and I know that does not look attractive on the old live stream. But you know, gotta do what I gotta do. At least I don't pick my nose like Hal Sparks does. Let's see here. Adam says, and there's some elements to that here that are paradisical. It sure isn't paradise for me, laughing out loud. Well, yeah, you're going through some tough times, so, you know, it's not going to seem like paradise. Wes says, my house, oh wait, did I read? I must have skipped Adams and read Wes's already or something. Adam says humidity is about 100%. Well, I don't know. I just remember when I was there, it didn't feel bad. I guess because the temperatures were low. Like I said, I don't think it ever got over 80 degrees. I mean, it was always like in the 70s. It was perfect. It just felt nice. It wasn't like the humidity in Houston or Channel Islands or, you know, or whatever it's called in Texas or anywhere along that I-10 corridor going across, you know, the Gulf states there are just absolutely, I mean, you take a shower, you walk outside, and then you're like, I need to take another shower, you know, type of deal. So there's something about maybe the temperature or something, I don't know. But like I said, when I was in Hawaii, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Wes says, my favorite place in Hawaii was humid and had little mosquitoes. A fern grotto where folks get married. It doesn't sound nice, Wes. You're not really painting a good picture. Humidity and mosquitoes. Those aren't my idea of paradise. But I don't remember, and I'm sure if you get, like, we did do some hiking into some of the kind of a jungle area. And like I said, we hiked back into these waterfalls and stuff. I'm sure there must be mosquitoes, but I don't remember being inundated with mosquitoes. You know, like I say, even in the South or the Midwest, even up where you're at, Wes and Jolie, mosquitoes are fucking crazy, right? And here in California and in Nevada, we really don't have a mosquito problem. There are mosquitoes. We do have mosquitoes, but it's nothing like the Midwest and the South and all that shit. And in Hawaii, I don't remember it being, you know, really bothered by mosquitoes and stuff. So I don't know what it is. Apparently they have humidity and they have mosquitoes, but I don't remember that being a problem when I was there. Suzanne says, tree pollen, Trucker John. Uh, okay. Adam Ocean says, yeah, temperature and weather is pretty amazing most of the time. I guess we get spoiled here. Yeah, you do. Jolie says, I can't stop thinking about spaghetti now. Going to have to go to the store. Yeah, you just got to do it. Yeah, you got to just go make some spaghetti now because, um, in fact, I might even, I think I have, I don't have spaghetti. I have some noodles, but I don't have my pot. See, that's the thing. In storage, I have a nice big pot that I could boil water in and make spaghetti or make noodles. I could go to Target and buy one right now. But then eventually I'm going to get all that stuff out of storage and then I'm going to have like 2 big pots that I don't need, you know? Okay, I'm going to blow my nose. So let me just do it off camera because no one wants to see that. But you do have to hear it. That probably doesn't sound nice either. Okay, so here I am. There. Hopefully I'm all nice and clean. All right, now. Wes says Rockford had terrible air quality late summer and fall. Lots of smoke coming from the west. It was probably coming from Canada. Remember Canada was on fire? Hey, Marie Jean Greco. Hi. Thanks for being here. Thanks for dropping by. We're glad to see you. We're just shooting shit. This is the shooting shit show and drinking coffee. Hey, I said shit show. It is a shit show, but we're shooting the shit. So it's a shooting shit show. We're drinking coffee, and even though my mug says feed me, I'm not sure if we're really feeding the brain that much. Probably just the opposite. We're probably making the brain stupider today. At least I am. I'm not saying people in the chat are. I'm saying I am. Okay. I've probably made everyone a little bit dumber today. But thanks for being here, Marie. Glad to see you. Wes says, Adam can tell you, you go back in boats. Not a lot of them, and they didn't itch. Wait a minute. What are you saying? Adam can tell you, you go back in boats. Not a lot of them, and they didn't itch. I guess you're talking about mosquitoes. I'm sure there are mosquitoes in Hawaii. I'm just saying, I don't remember it being like a problem. Like I've been in Minnesota, because my dad was from Minnesota. My whole dad's side of the family was all from Minnesota. And we went to Minnesota when I was a kid, a couple of trips back there. And you had to have the spray can of off. Every time you went out the door, my mom would have to spray me down with off so I didn't get eaten alive by the mosquitoes. This is during the summer. It was a summer vacation type of thing. So I'm just saying, I don't remember that ever being the issue in Hawaii. I'm not saying there aren't mosquitoes in Hawaii. I'm sure there are. But I don't remember just like getting eaten up by them. Maybe they didn't like my blood. I don't know. Now I'm feeling a little rejected. Where was I at? Where did I leave off? I'm trying to read the chats. Adam West just says at Wes. So this is directed at Wes. They're having their own private little conversation apparently. Fern Grotto is nice, but yeah, a lot of mosquitoes due to the proximity of Waialua Stream. They tried to turn off the sugarcane field irrigation, and the grottos started to die. So they left it alone. Wes says, I've had a snotty nose lately too. Well, that's the thing is I haven't. It just kind of just started happening just now. So. Jolie says hi at Marie Jean Greco. And Marie Jean Greco says, I'm drinking hint water, strawberry lemon. Well, there you go. I remember those commercials. They used to run those commercials like on all the shows, you know, like on Randy Rhoads, like a few years ago, remember? And even like Hartman and Stephanie Miller. they would run those damn commercials, and I was so sick of those commercials. And then they started putting them on TV. I guess that lady who invented it did very, very well for herself, because then she started making TV commercials, and that's not cheap. She's probably a multimillionaire now, so good for her. I've never tried the hint water. Is it? Let me know if it's good, Marie. Strawberry lemon. I think I've seen it in the stores. Maybe I'll get some just to try it. I usually just drink, regular water. And I know in her commercials, like, but what'd she say? But plain water was boring. I hated that line, because to me, I mean, I like plain water. I think it's refreshing. It quenches my thirst. It hydrates me. I have no problem with plain water. So I hated her commercial when she's like, when she's like, but water was boring. I just hated that line. It just bugged me. It's one of those things that's bugged the shit out of me. Marie says, hi, Jolie. Wes says, back in the rainforest. Okay. Wes says, I don't like the feel and smell of off. My mom, like, Skin So Soft, but I didn't like the smell of that either. I never heard of Skin So Soft. Is that a mosquito repellent? Or is it just something that makes your skin soft? And does it keep mosquitoes off you? I don't know. Yeah, the smell wasn't very nice, though, from off. But, it was either that or get literally eaten to death. Adam Watch just says, oh, you meant the mosquitoes. We got them ever since a ship dumped barrels of rank water into the stream and cursed us with them forever. Walmart did that with coqui frogs. Coqui frogs. I don't know. Sugar imported centipedes. It sounds like hell. That sounds like hell. I'm sorry. Adam says, and scorpions. Oh, yeah, definitely hell. I take it back. It's not paradise. Wes says, I'm drinking cold tea, but thinking I should drink hot. Hey, whatever. Hot, cold, whatever suits your fancy. I'm still looking at the scorpions. Adam's on the. Marie says, love hint water. I'm going to have to try it, even though I hated that line when she was like, but plain water was boring. It just, I hate just the way she said it. It just irritated the hell out of me. Marie says, it has just enough flavor and it's not sweet. Okay. All right, then. Adam Washington says, up at this elevation, we almost never have mosquitoes. But I'm tired of the no fridge thing and poop bucket and loneliness, to be honest. That's a lot to unpack. Look, okay, so not very many mosquitoes. Okay, that's good. But there's no fridge and apparently no plumbing and very isolated. So, yeah, I hope you can improve that situation. Get to where there's some people that aren't weirdos like the other weirdos you had, I guess, around you. Hopefully get a place that has indoor plumbing and a fridge. I guess those are some goals to set and work on. That's what I would do. I would make a list of goals. And I think number one, if I had those issues, my number one would probably be to get the indoor plumbing, because I'm not really into pooping into buckets. And then number two would be the fridge, and then number three would be, I guess, finding people to live around. That would be third on the list for me. Adam says, I like Crystal Light Pure, stevia sweetened. All right, you then. What says, I drink polar raspberry lime seltzer. Well, aren't you the fancy one? Suzanne Forisepi says, now I am eating garlic toast and Gatorade. Wow. I love me some good garlic toast. And I like Gatorade but I like it nice and icy cold. Adam Bush says, I think that might be in response to the garlic toast and Gatorade, I'm assuming. Because it does sound good. Well, it says, I told you about my worms, Adam. Not shipped to Hawaii. So they ended up in Hawaii? Wow. Jolie says, I don't like tea unless I'm sick. Then I can't get enough hot tea with honey. Then I love it. So weird. I've been thinking about making some hot tea with honey and all that kind of shit, but I just didn't even, for a longest time, I didn't even have the energy to get up. I have right here, I don't know, right here, I think I bought this inflatable bed over here. It's like a queen, I guess it's queen size, I don't know, or double size, I don't know. And I bought that, I guess a couple weeks ago, or a few weeks ago, on Amazon. And because I like laying on it and watching TV because I have my TV out here. But my bed in my bedroom is still more comfortable. And I could move the TV in there. There's this little tiny TV. I could have moved it in there. But anyway, I like keeping stuff where it's at. I don't like moving shit around. So I've been laying on this bed, this inflatable bed out here, and I would fall asleep. I'd watch TV and fall asleep. And but there was a few times I was thinking, like, because my throat was getting really sore. There was a time in this sickness that I had where, it's like razor blades, like you're swallowing razor blades when you try to swallow. I had a few days of that. And I was really wanted to go, and I don't have any tea, I don't think, in here, or honey, or anything like that. And I was thinking about, going to the store, but I just didn't have the energy to even go to the store. I mean, I literally just laid in here for days, like, I think at one point, like 7 days without even hardly getting up, just to go to the bathroom, I think is about it. But yeah, the tea, I did want to, now that I'm feeling better, I should go stock up on the tea, for the next time. Hopefully be a long time where I get sick again as I cough. Oh, shit. Yeah, I need to go get some tea and honey. What says, I fall asleep in front of the computer all the time. I don't know why I just gave Wes some sort of a English accent. But I do that sometimes. I am wont to do that. I usually, well, I don't fall asleep from the computer, but I usually don't fall asleep to the TV, but I have been during this little illness. I've been watching TV or watching YouTube, and I just fall asleep. But I am feeling better. I'm much, much better. This is the best I've felt, literally, since Thanksgiving Day. Julie says, I have to listen to something while going to sleep or my mind races too much to sleep. I've discovered on YouTube, because on my TV I can watch YouTube, and all of a sudden these things started popping up about these sound things. Like, I guess you're supposed to turn it on when you're going to go to sleep. And there's a whole bunch of them. They got like waves, and they got like, I guess, rain, and they got even like wind. I guess wind. Some people like wind. So on YouTube, they have all those videos. You should maybe try that. But I usually don't have a problem going to sleep. I've been lucky that way, where I don't really have insomnia. I mean, occasionally, like, I guess everyone gets that every now and then. And I do sometimes have where there's a lot of things in my mind, or I'm worried about something, or something's really, um, pressing my. Is it pressing? Is it a pressing thing? Whatever it is. And I have had that where I can't go to sleep because I just keep thinking about the thing. And so but that really is kind of rare for me. I'm really lucky that I pretty much put my head down on the pillow and go to sleep within like a minute, usually. Adam says that iPhone has that built in now too. I know I just got all these new updates. You guys been getting all the updates? I think they've been updating everything, iPad, iPhone, my Apple Watch. Everything's been updating. The thing is, now my watch updated, and now I don't know how to work it. It's like I used to be able to just um, to see what my battery level was. I would just like click it or whatever. But now I don't even know how you do it. How do you check your battery? Because it doesn't say on here like what my battery level is, and I don't know how you check it on here. It's got everything's different now with the watch, the Apple Watch, and I kind of don't like that because I just like stuff to be simple, you know. I just clicked on something that gave me times. Okay, in Cupertino, California, which is the Bay Area, it's 11:27 a.m. Same time as here. New York is 2:27 p.m. Oh, just went to 2:28. Los Angeles, 11:28 a.m. Denver is 12:28 p.m. Yippee. Yippee-ki-yay. Marie Jane Greco says, I have an app called Ambiance. It has lots of sounds to pick from. I set it every night to fall asleep. I use waves with some thunder, a little thunder mixed in. Nice. That sounds nice. Jolie says, I've tried those. They aren't distracting enough. I like listening to people talk. It's why I fall asleep on the Sparkler Zoom calls. Oh, there you go. Hey, Jeremy, Lucid Rhythms is a cool sleepy time YouTuber. Nice. Hey, Jeremy, still coming back around. Glad to see you back around here. Hey, Jeremy. Suzanne, Forcey Uppy says, I was disowned by family at Thanksgiving. You guys are my family and my cats are my family. Well, first of all, I want to say that sounds really sad. And I know the feeling. I mean, I've been on the outs, I guess, with my brother and sister since my mom died in 2016. And which also happened to be the year that Trump was elected president. It's like when Trump was elected, that was caused this big rift between me and my brother and sister. And then when my mom died, well, it made it. We just had a big falling out, and we haven't spoken to each other since. And it's sad. It's sad, and I feel like calling him. Maybe try to just, I don't know, bury the hatchet or whatever. But my sister said some pretty fucking shitty things to me, and I don't know, man. I don't know if I want it or not. Suzanne says, I called them out and they're all abusive to me. Yeah, you don't need to put up with anyone's abuse. So if you need to get away, and stay away. And that's the best thing. It sucks that it's family, but if they're abusive, you got to stay away. Because you don't need to put up with anyone's fucking shit. Adam says, same here. And Wes says, I'm only disowned in my mind. I don't know what that means. Okay. Adam says, at Suzanne, I'm taking a break from them. Hedge Enemy says, I couldn't reconcile even family over their support for Trump. They need help, not us. What says we had trouble after mom died in 2011, dad died in 2020, and it got even uglier. Wow. Doesn't that just suck? You know, your family, your parents die, and then it's like the family falls apart, you know? It's just fucked up. Adam says, Hedge Enemy, yeah, that's a hard one too. Marie says, my sisters are both trumpets. I love them, but don't talk to them much. It's sad. I hear this over and over and over and over again. That I mean, my family, my brother and sister and I, we have been on the opposite sides of the aisle, I guess, our whole lives. Um, but it wasn't until Trump that things fucking totally, you know, made it where we don't even talk. We don't. I mean, we used to always have Thanksgiving together and Christmas together and do 4th of July together and see each other. And even though they were righty, they were hardcore right wingers, and I was always a lefty, but we got along. Didn't really we didn't really talk a whole lot of politics, But Trump changed everything, and I hear that over and over and over again from people. It's fucking weird, right? Wes says, going to my evil sister's house for Christmas Eve, not looking forward. I'm not gonna. It's not my. I guess it's not my place to tell you what to do, Wes. But if it was me, and I really felt like I really wasn't looking forward to it, then I wouldn't. I don't think I would do it. But you know, to each their own. Jolie says, my family are all MAGA. I don't even talk to my family much either. Yeah, it sucks. And Hegemony says, it just showed what was always in their heart, honestly. I guess it just exposed all that. Yeah. Adam West says, yeah, me neither. It's sad because, we're talking about brothers and sisters and some people, fathers and mothers and aunts and uncles and people that we were close with and grew up with. Cousins. I have cousins. My cousin, my first cousin, Dan, who used to come in here, but I ended up blocking him because he can't just be fucking normal. He can't just have a normal conversation. He has to get all Trumpy and maggoty all the time. And so I blocked him on every fucking thing. And I don't really block people. I really usually don't. I usually just put up with their shit, or I'm like, everyone's entitled to their opinions or whatever. But like Dan was like to the point where it was like, I don't know, it was just like harassment or something. So I ended up just blocking him, and we grew up like brothers, me and him. And so it sucks. It sucks, man. Hedge Enemy says, my dad died in the 90s, but he would have become a hardcore Trumper. I'm glad I didn't have to watch that. Yeah, and my dad was pretty much non-political, it seemed like. And he was a union guy. That's the thing. My dad was a union guy, but then he went to management and became a manager for many, many decades. And towards the end of his life, he was watching Fox News and all that shit. And he died before Trump. He died in 2012, but I remember Romney was running in 2012. And before my dad died, my dad was getting in the mail, like, campaign finance stuff from the Romney campaign and shit. I remember my dad voted for Nixon in 72. And I remember I was only like 11, 12 years old. I hated Nixon. I knew all about Watergate. I was watching the Watergate hearings. I was, as a 12-year-old, as a 10, 11, 12-year-old. I couldn't stand Richard Nixon. And my dad went and voted. And when he came back, he goes, "Here, I got something for you." And he gave me this Nixon. It said Nixon Now. It was like one of those pins, like a campaign pin. And I remember I was so pissed off. And I was in my room. And in my room, I had a dartboard. Actually, we had these cork things. My dad made this really cool room for me. And I remember I just stuck that pin in the cork because he had this, it was like a cork board. But I had also a dartboard. I grabbed my darts, or I grabbed a dart, and I remember I went on back on the other side of the room, and I just threw this dart it wasn't like darts. It was like I threw it like I was pitching a fastball, and I drove that dart like almost dead center into that metal. It was a metal pin, and it went right through it, stuck almost dead center. And my dad, was sitting there watching me, and he goes. And he just goes, something like, what did he say? Like, he goes, "Man, he goes, something about my anger, like, don't let that anger eat you up," or something like that, And I just go, "I hate Nixon." That was in 72. So, but my dad didn't seem to be like a hardcore right winger or any of that. It wasn't until later when like Fox News started coming out and and all that kind of shit, and Rush Limbaugh and all that fucking shit. Jolie says Trump empowered them. Now they say all the shit they used to keep to themselves. Yeah, I guess Trump is like a big UV light where you can see all the stains. Wes says, "My niece will be there and my nephew's new baby." Okay, and then you want to see the new baby and everything, so. All right, I get it, I get it. Marie says, "My sisters seem to simply follow their husbands. Creeps me out." Little Stepford wifey type of thing, huh? Hey, Janimi says, "My dad was on the Limbaugh train way back. Owned tons of guns, etc." Hey, Terry Taylor. Thanks for being here. Thanks for stopping in. We're just shooting the shit. Terry Taylor says, "What is it? What makes people right-wing, first of all, and then why Trump? Why? It's mind-boggling. I'll never understand humans like that. It's a brain thing." I was just thinking last night. I think it was last night. I was driving. I was just thinking, like, what do people see in Donald Trump? I mean, when I see Donald Trump, I see this fucking weirdo. I mean, I've never liked Trump. I mean, he's been around for a long time, like in the tabloids, like from the 80s, right? He was just for being this, playboy billionaire, and his wife, his marriages, that got him in the news. That got him into the, the celebrity talk show things and all that shit. And so he's been a known thing since the 80s. And I've always thought the guy was an asshole. And when the Apprentice came on, and I remember thinking, I'm not going to watch this fucking show. And I think I watched a few minutes of it here and there, and I thought, this is fucking stupid. So I don't know what it is. When I see Trump, I think this guy's an idiot. He's a fucking piece of shit. He's an asshole. But people praise him. They actually look at him, and I'm thinking, what do they see that I'm not seeing? I mean, what? There's nothing appealing about him whatsoever. I don't get it. People really do like
love this guy, or they think he's fucking awesome. I just don't get that. I don't get it. What is so great and appealing about Donald Trump? Let alone the fact that everything that comes out of his mouth is either a lie or it's racist bullshit. It's just horrible shit. I don't get it. I just don't get it. What is there to like about him? There's nothing redeeming about that man whatsoever. And I can say that because I'm me. Here I am, John Fowler. I'm not perfect. I can be an asshole. I can be in a bad mood, and I can tell somebody, and I can say something to somebody that's not nice. I'm not always nice, but I think I don't know. I think I'm not horrible. I don't think I'm horrible. There's nothing, I don't see anything good or redeeming or positive about Donald Trump. And I don't get the appeal. I don't get it. Wes says, had to do with civil rights and abortion and guns. Trump just rode the wave. Yeah, but he's an asshole. Andrea says, back sorry work. Okay. Hey, work comes first. You got to pay the bills, man. Jolie says, ruined lots of families. Yep. Wes says, my parents met the Nixons. My dad shared a podium with VP Dick, who was running for president. Well, he was vice president um, in the 1960 election, right? When he ran in 68, he had been out of politics because Johnson had been president. Suzanne says, when a family member tries to blackmail you or use bribery or coercion, time to go permanently to something. But yeah, that's some hairy shit right there. Blackmail, bribery, and coercion. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't hang out either. Jolie says, hi, Terry Taylor. Hey, Jeremy says, License to Ill. It's a great album. I love me some Beastie Boys. Terry Taylor says, hi, Jolie. Marie Jean Greco says, I've hated Trump since the 80s. Yeah, I don't know if I can say that I hated him in the 80s, but I just thought this guy is a nothing. He's, I remember he would be in the tabloids and in the Hollywood gossip shows, and I was like, I don't give a fuck about this asshole. He's a fucking he's nothing. He was a nothing, you know. Jolie says Trump just sounds like an idiot. I don't understand how they don't see it. And then they project, of course, all of that onto Biden because Biden, Biden stutters and has some stuttering issues, and he's old, and you got to slow down a little bit. And so they project all of that shit that Trump does on him, and they show these videos and where where it looks like he's stumbling and doing this, and meanwhile, their guy is sitting there wearing an adult diaper and shitting his pants and all over the place, and can't walk down a ramp and can't get out of a sentence. So yeah, it's just. Adam says, my boyfriend forced me to watch Apprentice. It was a real shit show. I didn't know what he was, so I was briefly a Trump believer in 2005. Wow. What was there to believe in? All he was doing then was his show, right? Wes says, in the old days, he made a splash using his daddy's money, introduced himself into Manhattan, saying he was richer than he actually was. Yeah, he's been a liar his whole life. Wes says, some people think that rich folks are all better looking. Money is like alcohol. think I don't know. I just think Trump's an asshole. I don't care about his looks or whatever. Wes says, I never knew that much about him until Obama made fun of him at the press banquet. And people say that was really what got Trump to run because he was so pissed off about what Obama said. And for singling him out and embarrassing him on the national stage like that. So some people blame Obama for giving us Trump. Wes says we have no idea about Biden's bowels. I guess so, but I've never heard anything about what's going on with the guy. But I've heard plenty of people say that Trump wears adult diapers and has for a long time because of his Adderall addictions and things of this nature. So he started wearing them at a relatively young age because of his bad habits of snorting these stimulants, apparently. Now, if Joe's wearing anything, he's 81 years old. I'll give the guy some slack. And Joe Biden doesn't go around, putting people down for their looks or things like that. That's why you can make fun of Trump or put him down, because he's constantly judging people on their looks or if they have a mental or a physical handicap, like he did with that one guy, that one reporter. So as far as I'm concerned, Trump is fair game, and you can just whatever criticisms he gets about his looks or his physical, ailments, he deserves it. I don't think Biden deserves it because I've never heard Biden ever put anybody down. He's way too classy for that. Adam Webster says, my friend from New York City says New Yorkers find him repulsive since the beginning. Yeah, I've heard that too. And people know that he's a con artist and a liar and a cheat, because he's cheated out many, many, many contractors. And so his name has been mud in New York for a long time. Andrea says, listening and working. Thank you so much, Andrea. Thanks for listening and being here. I appreciate it. Wes says, found out a whole lot more about Trump right away. Okay. Terry Taylor says, it's so sad how many families have been torn apart because of that orange menace. Unfortunately, it has opened our eyes to the ugliness of people in our lives and has forever altered relationships. Yep. It's so true. It's so true. But I think, I don't know, in the case of my siblings and my cousin, who's almost like a sibling, I think it's propaganda. I think they're listening. Propaganda is a powerful, powerful thing. And I think we're seeing that with Trump. I mean, they think they have the truth on their side, and they have a bunch of bullshit on their side. It's just phenomenal, and it is weird. Wes says, my parents both had issues with incontinence. I'm sure I will have the same if I get old enough. Yeah, and we are not going to make fun of you, Wes, because as far as I know, I haven't seen you going around making fun of people. You know what I mean? But we can make fun of Trump because he deserves it, because he's an asshole, and because of what he is so judgmental, and If you're going to be judgmental like that, you better be fucking perfect. That's all I got to say. And he's not in any way, shape, or form, mentally or physically or emotionally or any way. He is far, far from being perfect. And yet he acts like he's perfect the way he always cuts everybody down. Wes says, friend coming over in about 10 minutes. All right, then. Does that mean you have to leave us? Are you going to be leaving us? Well, thanks for being here, Wes. Cheers. Have a good time, good friend. I have been on for over 2 hours now. Maybe I'll take a little breaky. Should we take a breaky? Maybe I'll do a 3 o'clocker since Hal's not going to be on today. He's at the Whiskey A Go-Go. He's going to be singing some songs today. Wes says, yay, sunlight is calling John. What? Do you see the sunlight in my glasses? I can see a little bit of sunlight over there, I guess, I suppose. See, and get the reflections. Marie is, I guess that's hugs. Is that a hug heart? I don't know. I'm not good at emojis. Sorry. I apologize. My apologies. I do apologize. Maybe I'll take a little break. Maybe I'll listen to some Randy Rhoads at 12. And then maybe at 3 o'clock I'll come back on to see if you guys want to chit-chat some more. We can chit-chat a little bit more at the 3 o'clock Pacific time. And we can reminisce about the morning show. We can reminisce about the things we've talked about. What do you say? What do you think, Jolie? Should I do that? Should we sign off and then maybe come back on at 3 Pacific time? Just for shits and giggles? Because I'm not going to go driving right now. I'm going to wait till tonight, I guess. I think I'm just going to rest. And then tonight. I like driving at night better. Jolie says yes. Okay, so thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. We had a good chat. We had a good little chat going. Terry Taylor and Wes and Adam and Marie and Susan and Jolie and Andrea. Hegemony. Everyone was here. It was a really great chat. Once we got past the breakfast kind of slowed things down a little, I guess. But once we got past that, we got to chatting. It was a nice chat. I really enjoyed talking to you guys about a variety of things of this nature. Oh, and Melissa Jane was here, so she's making some advent calendar shorts. Look for Melissa Jane. They're really funny. She did it last year where she has an advent calendar for December, and then every day she does a chocolate. She eats a new piece of chocolate or some candy. It's usually chocolate of some sort. And they're very funny. So if you see her on in there, or you can search Melissa Jane, I guess. And she puts a new short out every day for that advent calendar. Also, she does live streams and things of this nature. And Wes just had to vacuum the entryway. Yeah, because your friend's coming over. You don't want a dirty entryway. Terry Clay says, your day is just starting, John. Mine is almost over. Time to make meatballs. That's a spicy meatball. We were talking about spaghetti earlier. And now it's only appropriate that now we talk about meatballs. All right, so thank you so much, guys. I had a great time. I'm going to come back on at in about 3 hours, so a little over 3 hours. I'll come back on. I'm just going to totally take the house parks time slots today since he's off. Why shouldn't I go ahead? And so if you guys feel like chatting, you have that time where we usually chat, right? Just come on over to Trucker Drawn Live at about 3 p.m. Pacific time and just dive on in, and we'll just have some nice conversations. And we'll pick up where we left off on about meatballs. All right, guys, thanks so much. I do appreciate you, and I'll see you at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Okay, bye bye.